Yeah, what's up? So, ooh, so much has happened tonight. Like, I'm so mad that um I was not in Burlington tonight. Like, honestly, because honestly, let me tell you, I work tonight. I have two jobs. I work tonight today at my second job. So I work my first job Monday through Thursday. I work my second job Fridays only. Friday job, I'm standing up the whole time I'm there. I work in hospitality. I'm a trainer in fast food. My first job, I work. I'm a manager at a white collar corporation, and like I have a degree and all that. But anyways, so I'm like, I'm gonna take a nap. Stuff happened. Then I'm the assistant coach of my son's basketball team. I'm in there. I get there at 5:40 because he asked me to pick him up. Get there, he's like, "Oh, I want to go to practice." I'm like, "Okay." His coach is like, "They just want to run a scrimmage. They already ran one scrimmage. They run another one. They're about to do some drills. They'll be done 5-10 minutes." I was there from 5:40 to 7:11. These kids play. She went out and did some other stuff. I ended up. I'm like, dog. I only supposed to assistant coach on Saturdays if you can't come. Like if you 5 to 20 minutes late. Like I'm not. I'm normally not there for the practices. I was there so long that she just left me in. Because I'm like, this is the time I should have. I was like, I live 5 minutes up the street, like literally. I could have went home and took a nap and came back. Like y'all know, Fridays I'm normally yawning and stuff when I do these videos because I be tired as hell. Okay, so that's why I didn't want to watch Smackdown because I'm like, bruh, and I didn't get no sleep last night. I don't even know what time I went to sleep. I think it was after 1, and then woke up at 1 or 2, then woke up at 5:45, something like that. And then as soon as I got rested to go back to sleep, my son wakes up. Every time he wakes up, I normally be like, "Hey, are you hungry?" He tells me, "Yeah." I get up, might as well start the day. But this past week, he's been getting up, playing his game for an hour before he has to get ready for school, which I'm good with. Like, do what you do, as long as you can eat breakfast. He showered the night before, wash up, wash your face and stuff, put your clothes on, make sure your lunch box is in your book bag, and we out the door at 9, because the late school bell rings at 9:20, and the school's up the street, and even though it's up the street, everybody's taking their children to school, going to work. It's always traffic. This one here, and it's gray. I need to color it. So, when I say tonight was good. And I finally yesterday caught up with all of NXT and Raw stuff. I don't know where to start. I'm gonna start with the NXT stuff. So Bron Breaker. Oh, nope, I'm gonna go back. So Trick got the tag team match with Mello, you know what I'm saying? And then he got a titles match with Dragoff, but the way they looked at each other, and what week was that? Because I binge watched it last night. I shouldn't even be. I'm doing my taxes and binge watching everything. Like I'm still not doing my taxes. I got so caught up in the TV, but I it was I don't know how to process it because I was like there, but I wasn't there. So taxes is, I don't know, and I majored in accounting when I went to A&T. So if you get it, it's if you don't, you pay somebody to do it or get somebody you know how to do it. But I'm sitting there trying to focus and calculate stuff, and then watch, and it's just But it was like they looked like Dragunov and him was staring each other down, like Dragunov want to be part of the team. I feel like when that match comes, like him and Mello are going to. Honestly, I don't even remember if they settled who attacked them or not. I can't even remember because that started in like October, right? So with that, and like I don't know if that's been solved. I honestly don't. And then Okay, so that, and then him and Mello, and I see them winning that. I really do, but I see when Trick and Dragunov have their match, something's going to interfere to cause Mello to lose it. Someone. It could be the person who sabotaged him if he didn't find out who it was. It could be Mello. It could be something else, and I feel like he will get pinned by Dragunov, but then Dragunov will come and help him. You get what I'm saying? Like, like how like when was it Bianca? Yeah, like when Bianca won. Was it what was I watching? Was it SummerSlam? When she won at SummerSlam, and then she was winning, and then they came and attacked, like Damage Control tried to come and attack Becky, and then she helped her. But it's the opposite. He won't have the title, but I feel like that's gonna happen. I'm mad it's on a Sunday. Like, why is it on a Sunday? Niggas gotta work on Monday. Like, and it started at 8. And Clarksville is an hour, like hour 15 from Nashville, because I used to stay in Nashville. Bruh, first of all, them people gonna be happy they ain't gotta drive in town to go to a main event thing. But why is it on a Sunday? Like, it's good for them because they're out behind. They start at 7, but still the little kids, not unless they going to school late or whatever, they not. It's just the timing for me is inconvenient. Like, if it's gonna be on a Sunday, I don't know. Is the Grammys this weekend? Is that why it's so late? Like, they don't want to try to compete ratings with the Grammys, or what's Sunday? Sunday is the 4th. That's the Pro Bowl. Yeah, that's the Pro Bowl. So maybe, but the Pro Bowl started like 1, right? I still think it's stupid when they switched the Super Bowl, Pro Bowl like 10, 12 years ago. That was stupid. Like, because then you got to have your best players that's supposed to be in the Super Bowl play a week before instead of resting and then go play the Super Bowl. Like, y'all should have just kept it the Super Bowl first. The Super Bowl should be this weekend, and then the Pro Bowl should be next weekend. So they could just have fun because that's their all-star game. Like, why would y'all do that? That's stupid. Like, I don't get it. I don't get that. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, that's what I think for that. I don't know about that Lyra and Roxanne story. Like, homegirl trying too hard to be like Lara Friend. Like, what's your motive? It got to be something else. It's you not just helping the champion because I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think you helping her so y'all can get close. So if she win, you could attack her or challenge her for the title next. Like, that was random. Like, you coming to her. I don't get that. I don't get it. I don't know. And then homeboy that won the North American Championship, he got to fight Dragon Lee again. Like, that's gonna be an interesting match. Honestly, in my head and in my heart, I really wish Wesley wasn't injured and he would have got his title back. Cause I watched bits and pieces of it when he was the NXT North American champion, and he was like he was the best one. I will concur with that. Still mad at Solo didn't get to defend his like dominant, but it is what it is. I think I'm getting over it. It's 2024. I gotta let it go. So then Raw, I'm watching everything from that or most of it. I saw the thing with Imperium and New Day. That was crazy. Okay, the whole situation with Sammy and Drew, like, that's gonna be a feud for a while. Cause I think Sammy lost that still. He still lost that. And then what did I eat? Oh, orange. And those I think were the two most interesting ones. And I was like, that captivating. Like, I don't know. Anything. Oh, and I saw Jay and Bronson, which I was surprised Jay won. But I've been so hooked on like the Raw matches of anything with Ivar, of course New Day, And then anything with Shinsuke, cause he crazy as hell. Like I was watching a clip on YouTube talking about the greatest moments of January, and then they was showing, or was it January 2024, or was it? No, it was the greatest moments I think of December 2023, one of the two. And they were showing Shinsuke was speaking in Japanese and then reading the American Nightmare Before something, and I was like, he crazy as hell. Like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, I'm living for Raw. Like, Raw a year and a half ago was not it for me. Like, it had its moments, you know what I'm saying? Like, them trying to figure out the whole situation with Miz and um Johnny Gargano and oh, what is his name? I can't think of his name. The dude that just used to stop and stare, and my brain just went. Phew. I ain't seen him since for a while. Like, that was a weird storyline for me. I couldn't get with it. I don't know. Um, of course, I like it had Becky and Bayley on Raw, and their storyline, the damage control situation. Rio didn't really fit into that story because she was part of Judgment Day. Hers intertwines. Hers is like Michin's, where she has a group. She's the girl of the group, the main group. More so like Michin than Zelina, because Zelina more so I feel like fights with the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, if LWO fights, she's there ringside. She might have, I said this last week or before, she might have one or two ring matches. That's it. Like, versus Michin, I feel like she's with the guy, she's with the OC. She'll fight alongside or be ringside, like if another female comes out. But I forgot to tweet about something anyway. But she'll fight with the girls. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Rhea's like that. Like, she handles stuff with the Judgment Day, but she's Roman Reigns in a sense where she's there every week like Seth, but she doesn't defend her title every week. She does it maybe once or twice on Raw, and she does it at main stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, she'll defend it Royal Rumble. We don't know if she'll defend the Elimination Chamber, which would make sense because she's from Australia, so she should. Um, what is it? Perth and something in Berlin. They keep sending me emails about. And then Money in the Bank in Toronto. Like, it's hopefully she'll have it that long. But, like, the women's storyline for me a year and a half ago carried the show, because at one point in time the men's show storylines and stuff got still. So the women hold it down over there. Okay. Okay, first Smackdown. Smackdown started out with, I don't even remember how it started out. Oh, with Logan Paul. It was a lot of people there today because it was so much. This is why I say SmackDown needs to start at 7, because so much stuff could have been elaborated, and y'all could have squozed like one more match in there, another promo or something like that in there, because it started with Logan Paul. It started with him having a conversation, and I don't know what, I know it's K-pop, but I don't know what Floyd Mayweather might say if he see a clip of him talking about he couldn't even. He was like, he almost knocked me out. Floyd Mayweather couldn't even do that, and I was like, ooh. So that, and KO comes out. KO says what he says. He was like, give it up for the referee or whatever. Oh yeah, he showed up last Tuesday too on NXT to beat up Grayson, which I didn't know Grayson was going back to NXT to fight. He fought. Who did he fight? Did he fight Mello that week? I don't know. But, So then KO comes out. They say what is ever, they have their promo. And then when he says something about Theory comes out. About the Aldis started. Sorry. And they fight. He does his music and stuff. Oh, okay. So then in the middle of him doing this, you know how he turns around and does this. First I was too focused on his body. Like his butt, but but then Grayson comes in the camera out of nowhere. We're like, where did he come from? So after that, like they fight. Derry was doing good too for a while, and then KO and his resiliency. That's what one of the things I feel like he's known for. Like you can hit him as much as he wants. His theme is keep on fighting. So of course he's gonna keep getting up. He tried everything, and Theory's face was he like oh my god, I'm out of breath. And Logan's face like why are you shocked? If they a ref ain't catching with the brass knuckles, you wouldn't have been the champion. So then he looks at Grayson like, I need help. Like, I'm tired. Okay. He tries to help. Don't work. Daggone Logan gives him the knuckles. Don't work. He gets super kicked or whatever. I think he gets a swanton bomb on him, a tornado DDT on him, gets pinned. End of the match. I don't even remember what happened after that. I don't remember if. Yeah, I think that he ends up hitting Logan or something like that. So then after that, they show Naomi getting signed. No, I might be ahead of myself. I think they show Trinity getting signed, of course, and then Shotzi has the green hair, and y'all know lime green is my favorite color. It's been my favorite color since I was about 10. I already gave the backstory on why, and then it just stuck. Um, but like my siblings know, my brother gave me a lime green Coach wallet for Christmas, and I was like, oh my god! And my sister was like, we know you like green, scary spice, and I was like, ooh. That's honestly where I got it from, though. To be honest with you, like when I was in my Spice Girls era, like Scary was everything. Her and Posh, and I got the two Barbie dolls, but Scary was it for me. Like it was the be bold, live out loud, and then all her stuff when they showed the Spice Girl movie, which I got on DVD during the pandemic for $4 from Walmart. I got it. Her stuff was on green. I was like, I like that. Like, never thought of that color before, and it's been my color ever since. But yeah, had on the green, all that. Was here for it. Come out there excited, and I'm like, of course, Smackdown. Her husband's on Smackdown. They could ride together. I know I said this before, but I know he's super excited to have his wife in the trenches with him. And it's different when I feel like yeah, you got your family there. You know what I'm saying? But if this is the person you met and y'all been riding this out together, and then she's gone, and then when y'all get to your room, and your brother go in his room, talk to his wife and stuff like that, you're in your room, you're by yourself for like a whole year. Was it a year? Almost 2 years. It would have been 2 years in May. Riding by in rooms by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. You probably got used to it after a while, but it's like, man, I ain't got nobody. So yeah, so then they all happy, stuff like that. So then Tiffany comes out with a SmackDown. So I was like, are we not doing the draft this year? Are we just signing people because Nick is here? Is it part of the story? What, like, or what? Because around WrestleMania, between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, they mix stars in between brands anyway. And then they were like, oh, we're doing the draft. And it's always like the week before WrestleMania. And then they were like, this will take place, I think, after WrestleMania or right before Backlash or something like that. So she was like, yeah, she was like, I'm the number one. I'm the best. I couldn't stand her on NXT. Like, when I tell you, I didn't like the persona, just like I didn't like Chelsea's Karen persona, but I didn't like the persona. Like, she played that persona so well. The heel with the rich like that, like, she plays that really well. And I got to give that to her. Got to give that to her. Honestly, not surprised that she signed to the main roster. Yes, based off of what I saw on NXT. Like she's been a women's champion. She has the package. Like, she has her character down. Okay. And she has a skill set. It's different when you have one or the other. Like, it's like they might put you on main roster, but you'll either continue to struggle or you'll just be bad at promos. Like, most of the women, I feel like most of them, some, no, not most. Some of them are really good at wrestling, not that good at promos. And the other ones are okay at wrestling, okay at promos. It's very few that got both. You know what I'm saying? And that's just life. You know, in anything you do, it's always going to be someone in your business that's got it. And then some people that are just like, and you continue to work on your craft, even if you're the best. But like, she's one of the ones I was like, okay, she got it. You know what I'm saying? So she goes, I'm the best. And what had me cracking up is what she was like, y'all need to apply for me. And Bianca was like, like, girl, go ahead. It would look like, and then she smacked Michin. I was like, ain't that full circle? Because Mia smacked the hell out of Jimmy. But I don't know. I just feel a type of way. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm happy Michin got to main event the last match. I'm really happy for her. It's just crazy to me that, like, Tiffany just got on the Smackdown brand and she's main event in the night. Like, that's what's crazy. Just like when they had Pretty Deadly come over from NXT and they were already up, I think, for like a title shot or something like that, or they was on TV on SmackDown like every week. I'm like, dang. I'm like, it's people that's been on the SmackDown brand for 2-3 years ain't had as many matches as them, and they just now getting over here. Like, who is pushing them like that? Like, that's honestly how I feel about Tiffany, honestly. And that's why I say I'm not negating the fact that she's good. It's just crazy to me. And you know what's even more crazy is that I just randomly looked up like her up on search, and the Wikipedia came up. I'm like, she's young. Like, you know, most people will be like, oh, I started or knew I wanted to wrestle. Well, people that's my age, that's on the main roster now. I knew I wanted to wrestle, or I've been wrestling for a while, got to NXT, got to the main roster. They was like, maybe at the youngest 25, between like 25, 29, 30. She's like 24. I'm like, bruh. Like, it's like she went straight from college, graduating 21, 22, straight to WWE. It was like, I'm doing this. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. And now I understand when I was watching bits and pieces of it, Impulsive, when Cena was like, he knows that his time is coming up. He just don't know when, because the new superstars are getting more skilled, faster at learning, and they're younger. Cause I'm like, yeah, like 24, like that is crazy. And I know some of the girls in NXT are younger than her, because I think they got some that might have started younger than her. Like, I know for a fact Ava Raine was training, well, Simone was training for Brock. I think I watched something of his. She was training there since she was 16. She just turned like 21 this summer, I think. So that's crazy. But anyways, having the Michin got there, I didn't want her to win though. I didn't want Michin to lose. I really did. And I was like, I understand we trying to put people over, but Michin lost her last match against Io. Like, y'all could have gave my girl a win. You know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't like it, to be honest with you. Happy she main evented. Didn't like she lost. I think she's going to have to build her way up to Bianca though. Like, you might could fight Shotzi next. You know what I'm saying? You got to build your way up to Naomi and Bianca. Like, them the OGs. Bianca's the longest reigning current Smackdown champion. You know, Bianca made history as one of the first black women to main event WrestleMania. Naomi, first black Smackdown Women's Champion. The only person that's other women, I think, that's broken barriers like that. I don't know who was the first black Raw champion. Was that Sasha or Bianca? Since it's Black History Month, I know that Alicia Fox was the first black Divas champion, And I know the first women's champion that was black, period, for WWE was Jacqueline. She was my girl. Okay? I know that. I do know that. She was the first woman I saw that looked like me on TV when I was younger. And I was like, oh, I could do that if I want to. So cool to see. So cool to see. I remember her and Jazz. And then I stopped watching and started back watching. And Karma, who's now goes by Awesome Kong, was on there. And I was like, this is phenomenal. Like, this is crazy. I remember the match between Jazz and Jacqueline for Trish's title. Whoever won Trish, I was like, that was everything. Like, I've never in my life had the experience seeing that. And I'm in my mid 30s. So I was like, maybe 13, 14, 13. Never seen that before. Never seen that. Never seen it. Okay. Like, that was just crazy. So, like, when people at Rumble was like, we need the match between Bianca and Jade, I've never seen this, or my 6-year-old self would have been crying seeing it. And I'm like, how old are you guys? That make me feel old. Because I'm like, y'all don't remember Jacqueline and them on Raw? Like, y'all don't remember that? But I don't know. Or maybe they wasn't into wrestling back then. Because I was in it. I was in it, for real, from like 9.5. I started at 9. I remember watching. What was 9? I was 9. Was 96? No, so I remember I started watching at 8. I think it was 95, 96 when The Rock first came out and people booed him. I would distinctly remember that. I watched something and he came out and it was boos. I was like, who? So I was booed because I'm little. I don't know. So then I took a break from it and tried to get into WCW. Didn't get into it. I think South Park had just came out. Like my area growing up was crazy. We started back watching it, and now they like. I was like, oh, we like him now. So then I just sat there and watched because I was like, I don't know. Like, I was skeptical. Some people still like, but I was like, why do we like him? Start studying him, like watching him, and then realize why. But it was just like, it was crazy. So like and the only woman we had at the time was, for me, like, I was a big Sable and China fan. And when Jacqueline came about, I was like, that, she is it, Jacqueline. I don't know why I rocked with Ivy. Then I was good. And then Lita was the game changer too. Excuse me, because she was the first woman I saw to do like moonsaults and stuff. And I was like, oh, we could do that. Like, it's not like we needed permission to ask to do that, but it was like seeing it for the first time. I was like, oh, they allowed them. They could, greatest thing ever. Greatest thing ever. So, but anyways, yeah, so that fight, okay, I ain't gonna get into the fight now. I was just mad about the outcome. So then after that, it was the four-way match, which I wanted Pete and Tyler to win, or I wanted LWO to win. And I was going so hard because I was like, LWO was just an NXT fighting against Trick Mellow Gang. For the thing, I was like, they've been fighting tag team, to win to be a qualifier for the cup at Vengeance Day, to be a qualifier for to fight Judgment Day. But then I was like, y'all know I love Butch, or Pete, formerly known as. Okay, did not care if the other two won. And they won. He did his little finger thing and stuff like that. And I was like, get it. Okay, good match. Then Miss Sandra, I'm assuming. Okay, so then AOP and Karrion came out with Scarlett, and I want Scarlett to get like, when is Scarlett gonna get like Maxine and start wrestling? Like when Maxine was doing, they didn't have nowhere to put her. I was like, she needs to start wrestling. She started. I know Scarlett can wrestle because she probably met her. Most of these women that are married to someone in wrestling, they either met their husband because they were wrestling too. So they either wrestled, was a ref or something, or they knew them. So it's like back in the day, college, high school, something like that. It's one of the two, 9 times out of 10. Okay, so where when is she gonna wrestle? That was my thought. Then they came out, I was like, ooh, this is gonna be good. And then Bobby came out with the Street Profits, and I was like, okay, Miss Sandra must have did his outfit too. I was like, let me tell you something. Miss Sandra got paid Royal Rumble because I know she did Trinity's outfit. I know she do Jay's outfit. I know she do Cody's outfit. The pants, the gold pants that Montez had on, and Dr. That gold outfit, she did that. Okay, I don't know who else outfit she done did that night, but she did that. Okay, and Bianca does her own outfits, but you know. So in the world, oh, he's gotten better. Sorry, y'all, I'm looking at my son's report card. So I got to thoroughly look at it. So yeah, they came out and I thought they was gonna fight. And it was like a 30-second thing. Like they came out to the ring or whatever. Scarlett tried to do something. BFab come out of nowhere with her gold on. Because at first when I was like, what are they going to do to her? And then when she said she had to talk like a couple months ago to Bobby, I was like, okay, that makes sense. I'm waiting for her to wrestle on TV again. Only because the one match she had against Natalia, you could tell she was very green. And I followed Natty, and she shows like her wrestling school. Like Angelo goes there, his wrestling's gotten better. And she goes there, and I'm like, okay, girl, like I want to see her fight her. Like, is this gonna be the build up when she fights Scarlett? Cause I'm here for it. Like, get these girls in the ring, okay, on TV, not at a house show, on TV, okay. And then I was like, was this supposed to be longer than this, or was it a build up? Because if it was supposed to be longer than this, and y'all supposed to actually have a match, this is why you need 3 hours. Because why would y'all even have them come out? For them to do like some knuck if you buck type stuff, and then for them to go back, like that don't even make sense. Like, are they gonna fight did they fight in the dark match before SmackDown? Are they gonna fight in the dark match after SmackDown goes off the air and the audience is still there? Like, what was the point of them putting on their clothes? Maybe they was like, oh, we had to cut your segment short between the situation with Logan and all of that. Then I'm looking at the promo with Nick Aldis, okay, and Bron. And then, Adam come out and talk about which side you gonna go on. I don't even know about. I don't know. Honestly, I would say that Braun would probably be better at Raw. And the only reason why I say that, first of all, his body, like, built, okay? He was like a freaking freight train at Rumble. And I already know the damage he could do. I watch him on NXT. I would miss him on NXT because he's one of the people I like on there. But I would say he would be better at Raw, only because my eyes are getting dry. I'm about to take my contacts out. Only because most of WWE are factions or groups. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got Damage Control, they got the OC, they got AOP, they got Legado de Fantasma, they got LWO, they got the Bloodline. The only person I think they got Theory and Grayson, they got Pretty Deadly. I think Pete and Tyler. I think the only guy that stands alone is Kevin. I think he's the only one. Oh no, him, LA Knight, and Randy. Them the only 3 I think. Everyone else is in the group. So not unless you fight like one of them, like who would you? Where's my glasses holder? Who would you fight? You know what I'm saying? And then it's not. I don't know. It's like it's not a lot of allies and stuff like that. You just want to rock it out by yourself, like KO, which could be fun if that's what you want to do. That's crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know who I'm surprised and proud of doing stuff by themselves? Because I was like, what are they going to do with him since his tag team partner is injured? Ivar. Like, his matches have been phenomenal. Like, cause I was like, oh, they're gonna put him on the back burner. But then after like he showed his skill set and stuff, I was like, nope, they not. He's one of the main. He's one of the people I love watching on Raw. Cause I didn't know he. I didn't know he could do all of that. Like that's crazy. But and so then they get into it about that, and then Jade comes in the room, and Jade has on her blue. You know, Jade. Everybody says when they see like talk about Jade on media and stuff, they be like, she is so beautiful. And the thing was like, if you could build a character on wrestling, like 2K or something, Jade would be the character. Like just from her body. So my eyes. So I was like, yeah, yep, you would. I done heat up pizza popping in the microwave, and I normally don't eat this late, but I got a headache, and normally that's from hunger. So, but yeah. So I was like, I would want to see, like, I would love for her to be there with like, um, um, Naomi and Bianca. I would love for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? The like three fierce, strong black women on the same brand. I would love for that to be the case. You know, um, bad, all of that. Would love for that to happen. But honestly, I think she would do better at Raw. And I'm only saying that because like they already have like people already putting her with Rhea. I see her like I said, I want to see her fight like Ivy. Um, I think I said Rhea. I think I said Naya. No, I said Naya, Becky, Rhea, and Liv. And I watched the digital exclusive of her on on YouTube, and she was like, she came to shut stuff down, like put the women's division on notice. And then she said, I didn't expect Liv. She was like, Liv is a sleeper, and I was like, and that's why she my girl. Okay, like you. I've said this in the past. You don't know what you're gonna get with Liv. She's just the right amount of crazy. She not Nikki Cross crazy, okay? But she enough that make you be like, okay, I gotta be on my P's and Q's with her. And that's how Jay got eliminated from Royal Rumble. Like, wasn't expecting it, not from her. Okay? I was excited to see her come back. Happy to see Sammy come back. Like, loved when Jordan came there from TNA. Like, was everything. So, um, yeah, I would say that she should belong to me. She would belong on Raw too. If if I was doing matchups, like I feel like her and Bianca, or like when Charlotte gets better, her and Charlotte would be a PLE match, like not a SmackDown or Raw match. It would be like one of them hold the title, the other person challenges or wins something to get to the title, and it pops off. Like not you having, you don't save them type of matches like that for no regular SmackDown. And if you do, it better be the last 30 minutes. Don't get the girls at 9:45. Oh, we starting this match. No, start that at 9:25. Okay, because then we'll have till 9:55 something happen. Then if something pop off like it do with like the bloodline every week, then we got 5 minutes. Okay, like do that. If you gonna do it on a regular like that, do it like that. Don't have us have no plain, you know, 15-minute match. Like no, let them fight. Okay. Ooh, then okay. So then the whole situation with Bayley. The girls coming out. Ooh, she gonna get what's coming to her. Bayley up against thing. And people was like I'm empathetic. I'm very empathetic. Okay. When she made that face, like my heart broke for her. And I wasn't the only one because people on Twitter is like, she looks genuinely heartbroken. I was like, I don't know if that's K-fob, if it's real emotions mixed with K-fob, because you know, being a sports entertainer, you're a wrestler, but you're also like actor, actress. So you know it's coming, but it's been it's been a year and a half of y'all building a relationship, building this story. And even though y'all know it's going to happen, it's probably like sad to see, okay, now we're breaking up in that sense in your mind. Not the fact that you know it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain it. I think that's the best way I can explain it. It's like you and your best friend pretending to play house or something growing up. And then y'all have this Oregon Trail or something, throwback. And y'all have this elaborate thing and y'all get so far. Y'all on the same team. And then you realize on Oregon Trail your friend is going to somebody else's wagon. You know it's coming, but you sad because now you like, oh man. But behind the scenes, like, it's this, y'all are still cool, but she did look genuinely hurt. She came out. What popped off for me, it was like, y'all know I've been around for a while, right? Like, I picked up on the Japanese. I was like, okay, because it's no way in hell you can't tell me. I don't care what nobody say. Languages are hard to learn, but if you be around a person that speaks a certain language or a group of people that speak a certain language for a while, you'll pick it up, okay? I took 3 years of Spanish in high school. I took a year, 2 semesters of Spanish in college. I didn't use Spanish since years go by. I'm a manager at a restaurant. I'm working with a lot of people that speak Spanish. Didn't understand at first. I knew kind of enough. Like, I know now enough to be nosy. Like, I know what you're saying, but I don't know how to respond to it all the time. Now I'm working with people that speak Spanish all the time. Like this. Picked it up in like 2 months. I know what you're saying, but I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So y'all been around each other for a year and a half. That's why when she's like, I picked up, okay. That's just like any adult that watches or has a child that's under 2 or 3 and they speaking that babblish gibberish and people be like, how do you know what they're saying? Like, you just know. The baby could be, oh, you like, no, you can't have a popsicle. And they look at you like this. Like, you just know. You just pick up on it. So she was like, I picked up, and I know what y'all saying, and y'all was talking about me, and I was like, okay. So then she was like, yeah, and then they attacked her. So I was like, ooh. So did she come out with the pole? Part of me was like, maybe somebody help her. But then the other part of me was like, ain't nobody coming to help her because she's been a heel. So people are talking about they basically recycled Batista's story from 05. Let me tell y'all something. 05, I was either a senior in high school from January to May. And then from August to December, I was in college. Freshman year. I didn't really watch Smackdown then. I was in and out. So I remember part of Batista's story. Like the pay-per-views and stuff. But I don't remember all of it until like last year when I went back and looked at like there was like rivalries that made it was on Peacock and it was like, was it Peacock? I think it was Peacock. Or I'll say or A&E channel when they have like rivalries. And then I watched the one with Stone Cold and The Rock, and then I watched the one with Triple H and Batista. And that rivalry was crazy. Like, that's how it started out. So, honestly, my mind didn't even go to that. Like, when it was like, they were cycling, my mind was like, ooh. Because I was like, wouldn't it be crazy? I think I said it on my, I was like, if she ended up challenging EO. And I was like, how did she get there? My mind thought Dakota came somewhere, was been cleared the whole time, took that brace off and came and attacked him. And I also thought it was going to be an elimination chamber. I didn't know it was going to be before then. So somebody was like, we don't want hugging Bayley like when she was with New Day. I liked her when she was with New Day. Like, they made her laugh and stuff like that. But I know New Day is not in that place no more. They over there fighting Imperium and stuff. And before that, it was Viking Raiders for a while. But I don't. Yeah. So people's like, no hugging Bayley. I was like, I don't see her doing that. I said, if anything, I see her doing like a redemption type tour, like how Jay did for everybody on Raw to prove that he's not that person. To prove to the girls on SmackDown she's not that person. I say, or she would have to come out with a third persona. You know how like Mick Foley had um, his three personas with Cactus Jack, Mankind, and then is it Dan, or something like that. She can come out with a third one. I mean, she already gonna be in the Hall of Fame, you know. So just it's just gonna be interesting to see. When I saw that, she was like, "I see you wrestle." I said, "Ooh, that's gonna be a good match." Like that's what made me was like, like my son and I are supposed to go to Raw. Okay, so they're coming to Charlotte next Friday. We're not going because next Friday is too soon. I don't get off work till 6. It's 2.5 hours from where I live at to Charlotte. I wouldn't even get there in Charlotte till 8:30. Be 9 o'clock. Like show be halfway over. But they're coming to Raleigh and then they're coming to Greensboro in March and May. I was gonna do one of them. Then when it was like Bayley versus I was like, ooh, I want to go to Philly. I want to see that in person. Like that's gonna be a good match. Y'all know I live for the women's pay-per-views. Like they make hitting it out of the park from Survivor Series, the daggone this last Royal Rumble. Even before that, like some of the stuff like Backlash and Fastlane and stuff, like they've been hitting out. And then the one that set it off was, the Charlotte versus Rhea. That match was crazy. I feel like Io and Bayley, if they let them wrestle, like you know what I'm saying, I feel like that's going to be like that on that level, the Charlotte versus Rhea. I really do. And then my thing was, okay, so who is Rhea going to fight? My mind, I don't know, instantly went to Bianca. I don't know. But they might give Nia a shot. Speaking of, he was like, oh, she signed to Naomi signed to Smackdown. This, that, and the third. I was like, y'all know Naomi's always been in the women's story. She's never been in the bloodline story. And people was like, she's not, she, well, I used to watch Total Divas. And I think they wanted her to be a heel or something like that. She was like, I don't know how to do that. Or it's not her thing or it makes her uncomfortable or something like that. And John was like, it's easy. Like, he loved being, I don't see her being like that. I feel like if they decided to add a woman to the bloodline, it would be Nia Jackson, only because she's already healed. People already don't like her. Like, she would be the perfect fit. She would be the perfect fit for it. Because what other woman that's related or something like that would be in the bloodline or married in would be in the bloodline? Like, I think Tamina is like one of the producers. I think Royal Rumble last year was the only thing she wrestled in. I don't even think she's in it as a wrestler no more. I think she's in it as like one of the executives that travels with them, like a producer or something behind the scenes. I also think that who else? And Ava's a manager at NXT. So there's no other woman I don't think that's wrestling with him. I do want to see, since Jacob is a free agent, where he goes. I'm still waiting to see that. Like, when are we gonna get that? Okay. So then, even before that, the promo with Nick and Bianca, and she talking about her, like, who's gonna fight, Rhea. And then Logan comes out, no, 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 no. And then she's like, He was like, you're rude, something like that. He's like, oh, I'm a big fan of your husband, by the way. I said, ooh. And then he was like, I got somebody for you. I said, it needs to be Montez. It needs to be Montez for disrespecting his wife Montez needs to take the championship from Logan. Not only that, but Montez, I feel like should have got it last year. Like the way he performed that Elimination Chamber last year, crazy. Like I knew I liked the Street Profits, but the way that he performed, I was like, if he wasn't so down to be in a tag team match with a tag team, he could have clearly went solo. Most definitely went solo. Even if not, if they decide to stay a tag team, do like New Day. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like when Kofi had the main championship, and I think the other two were tag team champions. Or when like Big E had the championship, I think Kofi and Woods were champions. Like, do like that. Like you could have two titles, okay? Because Roman thought he was about to have three when he was going to beat the Bloodline. Was it Money in the Bank? No, they weren't. They weren't title holders then. But it was I think it was KO and was it KO and Sammy they was fighting? They wanted the rematch. So that yeah. That I just can't wait for that. Like that just still deal for me. Like I don't know. Like all of it's so close together because like they coming to Raleigh March 18th. Then they're gonna be in Philly April 2nd. And last year it was in LA. I didn't feel like taking that long flight, to be honest. Because I was like, last year I was complex to go there, but I also wanted to go here, be in Dreamville. And I ended up being here, which was crazy because we saw the first night when Lil Uzi Vert did his song. And the Usos came out. And then I saw the next day a dream and I was like, wait. But yeah, like I spent a couple holidays and stuff in Philly. Like had family in West Philly, they moved out. All my family is like in South North Philly or like South Jersey. Like I could go stay with somebody because I know the hotels is gonna be sold out. Okay. I just like I'm just on the fence. And the only reason why I'm on the fence is because I have a child. And it's not it's not they don't I think they go back to hold on, when is it? The 6th, 7th, 8th? I think they go back to school then. I think they go back to school or they're in school. Like their spring break I think starts like March 25th because it always starts right before the week before Easter, and then they go to school, and then they go to school the day after Easter. They don't have Easter Monday off. Some counties do, but my son and them don't. So that'd be the only thing that'd be preventing me from, because I'm like, if you know WrestleMania's gonna run out, be over with like 12 o'clock that night. You have to try to get a half a bit of sleep to get up, maybe catch a red eye. Then we're gonna be so jet lagged, because I could take that drive though. It's 6.5 hours. Like I could take that drive. I ain't scared to drive. I drove to Nashville by myself from here, and it's eight and a half hours. So I could take that drive, but I don't know if I want to take that drive. That's the only thing. Like I could fly and get on the trolley and the train and stuff. Like or borrow somebody's car. Anyways, so then Roman comes out. That's another person I expect to be there. I was like, he been here the last 3-4 weeks. Like on Smackdown, I'm surprised. I said, this is the most he's been, I think, back to back since I've been watching for a year and a half. So I was like, does he, like, I know last year he went to a few house shows. Like, is he going to the house shows too now? Like, opening up more to his, or after Smackdown, he just goes home? Like, what's that? You know, like, what are we doing with that? Because And I'll ask that because I don't check my email when they be like, tonight we're going to have. So, like, it gives it away. But I do like when I check for tickets, go around, I'll be like, event details, and it'll tell you like 6 superstars. It'll show pictures of 6 superstars. So I know those 6 are guaranteed to be on TV. But like tonight, because some of the people I think probably weren't even on there. I'm about to take my hair down too. These things I've been up 6, 8, 9 this morning. What time is it? I don't even know what. I'm about to be a mom right quick. LJ. Okay, so Roman comes out. Ooh, my hair. Roman comes out, and they don't show his graphics. They show the graphics for Piddly Deadly though. I would say, because y'all know I'm a fan of production, I'm not impressed by Pretty Deadly's graphics, and not because of what is, but I think I've been to an event where they were there. I think they have a real life disco ball that comes down on the ring. And I think that's how somebody, when they was fighting, either them or somebody else got hurt. So I'm like, the fact that their graphics is also a disco ball is lackluster, because you have a real life disco ball like there. They did Logan's graphics, so that was cool. Y'all know I'm here for production. Matter of fact, I got something I need to study for production this upcoming Sunday. But yeah. So he comes out. He talks about Seth. I was like, ooh, because he's like my little brother. So I was like, wouldn't that be crazy for them to start the feud again? Like, that'd be crazy. Because I had mentioned before, I think I tweeted before, I was like, they unified the 2 titles and gave Seth a whole new title. I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if one of them, they fought for the titles? For both titles, for both brands. And I was like, and then like Seth or somebody won both, Roman's and his, and got to keep his. And then he relinquished his title, one of the titles, by losing to somebody else. And then they had to go on a brand of the title that he won. But somebody had mentioned, I had said something about the women that were there that was talented, and they was like, yeah, they need a U.S. women's title. And I was like, no, they don't. I said they would have to really add another hour on. I said what they would need is, I wouldn't mind seeing, is another women's tag team title. But the women's tag team title, no, that's probably the most defended thing that they have. They don't really defend like Io and Rhea don't really defend their titles like that. I think the tag team women's title gets defended the most. But I was like, I don't see them having one for each brand, and only because they unified them titles almost 2 years ago for Smackdown and Raw for the men's, and they haven't ununified them yet. I was like, at this point, they might as well go back to the old black tag team titles, just have one tag team title, because what's the point? Like, the storylines and stuff are so, like, becoming so great, and the promos are becoming so great that it takes time, takes away time. So even if you, like, somebody in creative wanted to have them defend the titles or something like that, like, you don't have time. And that also builds momentum. Like, you don't get tired of, oh no. But I would love to have like a title reign situation, like how the beef with like the New Day and the Usos, because nothing was like that since before, like Christian Edge, Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys. Like, we need a new faction of people, and I thought it was gonna be Judgment Day versus Creed. Or like New Day, Judgment Day, Alpha Academy, Creed. Like, if Braun Strowman didn't get injured, I would have saw him and Ricochet with the tag team titles. But shout out to the writers and everything that rearranges stuff when wrestlers get hurt, because I know in their mind they probably was like, okay, we have this planned out for this. This person's gonna do this, and then someone get hurt. Like Charlotte got hurt, CM Punk got hurt. Okay, now we gotta scrap that, because who knows where the story would have went if Charlotte was still here. And I know for a fact she would have been in the Royal Rumble, and that would have been another stare off with her. And what's the name again? But then I was like, which NXT person wouldn't have been in it? You know. Also, somebody was like, so now like Wade is with Corey, and then I was like, oh, so I would like to see Booker T up there. I was like, but I like him at NXT. Who would be up there with Cole? And then someone was like, you ain't watch Raw? And I was like, no. It was like, McAfee is back, which I ain't mad at, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, that's another reason for me to want to like love Raw more. Like right now, Raw is winning for me. And I can't even see it in real time. I gotta watch it the day after. But Raw, and I was like, it's like, come on, it's, you know. But I'm here for it. I loved. Okay, so he went on, because I was like, ooh, that's gonna be a situation, because you know Cody gonna respond on Monday. So then Cody comes out, music comes out. I think Mike announced him. Did Mike announce him? Mike is the only person in WWE that could announce Cody the way that I like. Like, and, well, he's no longer with WWE. But he's the only one that could announce it like that. Alicia's the second runner-up. But, like, when it comes to, like, the Bloodline, Imperium, all the other ones, like Bloodline, Imperium, Chelsea Green, Samantha got it. I was gonna say Brawl and Brute. They not even together no more, because Ridge got jumped the other day on NXT. But and I'm so excited that NXT starting October is gonna be a CW, so I can watch that in real time. Like, I don't know if anybody else, if it's just a money deal or if it's a ratings thing or whatever. But whoever is doing this, y'all got it, okay? Because I got Netflix. I can watch CW. I don't got to get Sling for one channel. Like, it's stupid. I'm here for it. You see what I'm saying? Like, if we gonna do it, we gonna do it, okay? I'm gonna be all in, okay? So then when Cody's like, what do you want to talk about? And then he was like, basically, it's not my destiny to fight you right now. Because I was like, if Cody fights, because somebody was like, I was like, oh no, he might fight Roman. But then somebody was like, no. It was like, if they gonna make this Rock and him thing situation happen, Cody gonna have to pick Seth. But I'm like, if it's gonna be a repeat of like Cody winning, like when he tore his pec. But honestly, what made it even more amazing is that match was amazing. Okay, I saw that match. On top of him having a tour pack, like adrenaline for people. Adrenaline period is crazy because you don't feel nothing. You don't feel nothing. You so amped up and so overly excited, you don't feel anything. Somebody could punch you, hit you with a brick. Don't feel nothing until after that adrenaline goes down. And then with the cheering of the crowd and stuff, like that's crazy as hell, because it's no way else to explain that other than that, because I know he was hurting. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a good match though. But the only thing will be, it'll be if crazy if Seth won now. Now Seth is injured with the knee in the back. Like, that'd be the crazy thing. Excuse me. We're getting a repeat. Like, I can't wait for that match. That's gonna be an awesome match. So he was like, it's not my turn. And some people are booing the idea with him and Rock because they was like, it should have happened a year ago or whatever. So then he said, one of the people I got advice from is from someone that knows you the most. And I said, that's The Rock. Like, I watched the show The Rock. I'm mad it got canceled. And after like the first season, he was like, yeah, my uncles, and he would talk about like offense sequel. He was like, and Joe, and I was like, Joe, and he's like, acknowledge me. I said, oh, because I didn't know his real name at the same time. I was like, oh, so he grew up around, and you could tell because they sounded like when they talk. Like if you close your eyes for a second when they talk, because when Rome some certain stuff, so I was like, he sounds just like, and it's crazy how big their family is, and you know you got certain cousins that you're close to, and then certain cousins that you know they're cousins, but y'all not as close. And I say that because like the Rock mentioned, like him and Roman, like they're close. They've been in movies together. Him and Tamina are super close. Like him and Naya, I feel like are not as close, but they're he loves like all his family. And then you got Roman, who's close to The Rock, but he's also super close to the twins. You know what I'm saying? And then I think Zilla and Solo were probably close. And I saw the behind the scenes and like all of them were like crying and stuff before his match. But like they're close, and then like the twins are close with Tamina, but maybe not as much with The Rock. Even though he helped come out when he was like family against the New Day. Like they down the ride for family, but you know, certain cousins you might be closer to than others. But when he said that, he came out, I said, okay. Now WWE had lied talking about CM Punk had 91 million views. It was the most viewed thing on social media over The Rock's 150 million. I already put that up on social media, whatever. So I was like, this is about to be even more views. Okay? That stare down. Okay? First, before that, when he went and hugged Cody and he said something in his ear or beside him, and Cody just started smiling. Like, I lived for that. That was a moment I lived for. And then, y'all know I love people with good teeth. Men or women. Like, I don't understand people with bad teeth. Like, I don't care if you 40 and got to get braces on Invisalign. Get them, okay? It's no way that you should have a passport and have all these Jordans and stuff, but your teeth look funny. Like, what the heck? What are we doing? Like, I don't get it. Like, good teeth is it for me. Um, and then if you got real good cheekbones, like Meryl Streep or something like that, like, and I think that's because even though my cheeks are fat, I have cheekbones. And then, and again for my grandma, my dad's mom, and then the cheeks come from my mom's side. But like I live for good teeth. Okay, you couldn't even talk to me if your teeth had. Can't even talk to me. Your teeth not straight. If they're brown looking, it looks like you got stuff in it that you ain't brushed in like forever, because that could be like causing halitosis. Like that's not. And I know someone that talks to some guy that's got a yuck mouth, and I'm like, how do you do that? Like, how do you kiss someone with a mouth look like that and their teeth look like that? Like, I don't. But the smile was everything for me. Then he walked off stage, looked back, Rock came out. I lost my mind. First of all, Dwayne, DJ, whatever, who did that track for you that it is still epic to this day? Not just because you started off with your voice, but whoever did the bass and the guitar for that, and that's all that plays. Because back in the day, he used to say, The Rock says, no, you're over it. But now he just lets the music play. That is everything. Like, they was getting their life. Getting their life. I come from family musicians. I used to play and sing. Getting their life, okay? I live for that bass and that guitar. And I think because my granddaddy and my uncle play guitar and stuff like that, my cousin now plays. Um, she taught Black how to play. So she like I live for it. Like Beat It is one of my favorite songs because of the bass. So like live for it. And then Cody got off stage. Jimmy went from the side of the ring over to the commentary part, and then it was and then like Roman held up his title. It was just a stare down and went off. And my thing was like, what happened next? Like somebody in Birmingham tweet the show, because after the show goes off and the cameras go down, like they'll have a dark match. The last two times I went, when I went to DC, I went to DC and I went to DC. It was a dark match with Finn and Cody. He came out, he talked and stuff like that. And then I think it was another one. I might be wrong. I know it was two at the. I'm trying to think now. At Raw, it was two before, and then it was a show. I didn't stay the whole show. My son was tired in Charlotte, and SmackDown. I think we missed. If it was two dark matches, we missed the first one. I think because we went the wrong way around the arena, and we should have took the shorter way. I think it was two dark matches. I want to say it was two dark matches after that. But I think it was just one, and it was just Cody, and I just remember Cody and Finn, I think, and then when it came to Raleigh, I think it was Damian and Cody, and then it was Charlotte. No, in DC it was Sonya and Charlotte, and then Cody and Finn. So I remember them signing autographs after, and then after that in Raleigh, it was Damian, I think, and Cody. I think Charlotte came out too to do autographs and stuff. And then, so I'm like, what was the speech? What was said after that? That's all I want to know. Like, I don't care about who fought in the dark match. I want to know, because I know, like, after Cody's stuff match, he'll thank people for coming out. He'll have us give applause for, like, the producers and the people that set up and tear down the rings and, do all that and the behind the scenes and stuff like that. And then thanks us for coming, asks us if we enjoy the show. He'll stay and sign some stuff, and then he'll go about his way. People leave out. But I know since Cody's there, I don't know if he said anything or not. No, The Rock had said something. Like, what was said? Was it something mentioned about Wrestlemania? Was something mentioned about the show? Like, thank you for coming. Like, what? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Because I'm nosy and I don't want to wait till next Friday. I'm not going to read no articles or nothing like that. I stopped doing that. It took away the fun for it for me. Because when I found like, oh, I heard such and such, and it ended up coming true, and I'm like, watch this happen. And it happened. I'm like, I'd rather have my own theories and then me be right or wrong. It makes it better for me to watch. Because if I'm watching it and then you're telling me and I'm reading the stuff, like, it's no point in me watching it. Like, outside of, like, some matches are great, but I'm like, it takes away the thrill of it. And I don't want that to do that for me. So, I go in there blind. I might see some tweets, but even like for the Rumble, I was on there like 4. And then somebody was like, I'm logging off for y'all to spoil stuff. And I was like, yeah, me too. Like, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Don't want to know. I wish Vengeance Day was tomorrow. I really do. But then I will be up late before church starts, which I've done last week with Royal Rumble. So it's not too bad. I just would rather stay up Sunday late and wake up on time for church and then take a nap after church versus staying up late Sunday night for a show. Either having to finish it Monday or be tired as hell Monday, grumpy knowing I have to work. Oh, I wish it was on a Saturday. Anyways, especially since tomorrow my son doesn't have basketball, like, I wish it was tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great night, a great week. The groundhog didn't see a shadow or something where I live at. I think that means that spring's gonna come early, meaning that it's gonna be warmer before we ask the spring date. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you have a great day, great week. I'm gonna go watch Love in WWE. I honestly finished watching Ms. and Mrs. and Total Bellas, but I'm gonna watch Love in WWE, and I wonder if they're doing it just as a one season thing or if they're going to continue to do it. Like she said in an interview on the Kelly Clarkson show, I think that this started. They filmed this last year. I think during the Rumble last year. So we get to see like how he feels after his leg gets injured at Elimination Chamber, like the situation with her at WrestleMania. Did she fight Alexa Bliss? I think she fought Alexa Bliss. And then that whole thing, I think it's like 8 to 10 weeks. And then I think she was bodybuilding at the time doing that too. And in an interview, what is it, Broken Something? And she was like, her and Rhea was there talking to Tommy, and she was like, I didn't get a day off last year. And I said I believe that because you wrestle, right? Friday through Monday. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, you gotta make appearances, radio appearances. She's at basketball games, baseball games, whatever. Then in between that, TV show stuff. She was shooting commercials. I think she did part of like C4 commercial. Who was I singing her heart out to? Heather Helly. And then Lord Jesus. And then I think it wasn't a Slim Jim commercial or nothing like that. I don't think. And then she was bodybuilding in between that. And then I'm like, when do you go home? And when do you sleep? Oh, and then she makes her wrestling gear. Because I think Sheamus is like, it amazes me how like we'll be all on a bus to go somewhere and Bianca's in the back sewing. And then the fact that the girls in the locker room is helping her make her gear, like that's dope. Just the family. But that's a lot. Like, and she was like, she always feel like she has to have something to do because she would play like basketball growing up for the women and then go change it to a cheerleading outfit and go cheer for the guys, and then she ran track. And I'm thinking, how did you do that? Not in the sense that you couldn't do that, but track and basketball is normally the same season, part of it. You know what I'm saying? And they are at two different places most of the time. So hopefully they were on different days you had it, but if they were like, one may have been on a Thursday night, track might have been on a Saturday, but if they was like both on a Saturday, then what? Like that was what I was thinking, but she did it, and she said she's always been like that. She feel like she always has to have something to do, and because WWE is like LA say, like its own version of a circus, and you just go nonstop, whatever. I guess, like Stone Cold had mentioned, it's hard to become normalized like a regular civilian. It takes time, especially the longer you've been in the game. Like if you don't have any normalcy outside of wrestling in your career, you don't have nothing going on but wrestling, it's gonna be really hard. Or if that's all you love to do, or you're gonna end up going back. So like for him, he made a couple appearances. He said he did some acting, and now he has like the Broken Skull stuff. He did the reality show with Tough Enough, stuff like that. It's like, but some people, that's all they do. That's all they know. And you got to have hobbies outside of work, whether you love it or not, because if you don't, like old people say, that's how you die. So, I'm done. She is really getting her life with this Heather Headley. I'm sorry. Anyways, you guys, I hope you have a great week. I'm going to make a video of NXT Vengence. I'm going to try to. It's just, I'm sorry. I got to go because I'm over here dying laughing at my neighbor. Have a good I love you all. Bye. I got to go.